I have genital herpes and I don't use a condom. I don't find it irresponsible in the slightest. Stitch this video and let me know what you think.
So what do you tell them I need help? So when I disclose that I have herpes, HSV, I'm going to give you one specific story about me disclosing, and then I'll talk about another story. Just to give you like real life scenarios and not what I would do if I were you. So one specific story, I was in the West, is it West Loop or South Loop? Girl, one of the loops of Chicago. And I was going to Flaco Tacos. Going to Flaco Tacos, get some tacos and a margarita. And I was finding parking and I bumped into this man, very handsome as hell. He was like older, he was very handsome. He was like, hey, like you look beautiful. Trying to talk to me, get my number. So I did end up exchanging numbers with the person. And immediately right then and there, I told him that I have herpes. And his response was so beautiful. He was so sweet. He was so amazing. And not to get all holy or whatever, but I really truly think that God will literally send you the right people when you're trying to disclose and you set the tone with yourself. Like, you know what? I just want to be able to express having herpes with people, and I just want to be comfortable doing it. God will literally send beautiful people to your life to make that process easier. Also, with another guy, his response, I just disclosed through text message. I actually ended up sending him my YouTube video because I have a YouTube video about having herpes. And he was like, I don't think any different from you. I don't think anything different about you. I still think that you're just amazing and you're a beautiful person. So if you were worried about disclosing, my best opinion is to just tell them, hello, I know that you're interested, but I have herpes. And either you want to continue this or you don't. Really just laying it out, like just laying it out flat. Honestly, there really is no, I don't go out my way anymore to make it sound a certain way, to make it sound good. I don't go out my way to even make it sound bad, because we could really make it sound worse than it really is.
Okay, y'all. We got a lot of things to talk about in this video. First of all, if you're new here, click the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 2,000 subscribers by my birthday next month. I would really appreciate it. Now let's get into what we're going to be talking about in this video. That last female you saw in that clip, she's a very beautiful woman. And one thing that I can admire about her is the fact that she was upfront about her health, her diagnosis with herpes, right? There are two different forms of herpes. For those of us that don't know, there's HSV1 and then there's HSV2. HSV is herpes simplex virus 1, which is the more oral, you get the bumps on your lips and your mouth. And then there's HSV2, which is the herpes simplex virus 2, which is more of the genital region. Okay? And I have experience being told about a woman's status years ago. I was talking to a beautiful black woman right here in Georgia. She was from Tennessee. My type of woman, natural, no makeup, no weave, real body, curvy, tall. I liked everything about her physically. And she told me straight up, she said, I got HSV2. And I was like, what the hell is that? Because I never heard it called HSV. And when she told me what it was, herpes simplex, I was like, oh, man. And I admired her honesty, because you got some people out here that will not disclose their status, and that's how it gets spread and more people get infected. But the bigger issue is too much casual sex going on. And I've engaged in casual sex myself. I'm not here to chastise nobody for doing something that I've done myself. And I'm at a place in my life where I don't want to have casual sex anymore. I want to have a wife, and I want to do it the right way. However, a lot of us aren't taught that casual sex it's a lie. It's really not as fulfilling as you think it is. Yeah, it feels good in the moment, but at the end of the day, there's no real substance to it when you're just out here sleeping with random people. And I'm going to play some more video clips of people that have contracted the HSV, celebrities, people that aren't celebrities, and it's crazy because it seems to be a situation where it's becoming normalized and people are acting like, oh, it's no big deal, so many people got it. And the data does say that 48% of adults well, actually between the ages of 14 and 49, according to the CDC, 48%, which is basically half of the American young population, has HSV1, which is the, sores around the mouth. And then 12% have HSV2, according to the CDC. So that's not medical misinformation, YouTube. That's actual statistics. But I'm going to continue on, and I'm going to play some more video clips. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have heard of the viral OnlyFans star named Danae Davis. And then there's another guy named Gucci the Third Leg. And apparently he's been giving women herpes for years because he doesn't use condoms in his adult entertainment work. And she doesn't make her guys use condoms in her adult entertainment work. And the sad thing about it is some of these women are actually very pretty. And people are selling their body. People are sleeping around. And to be honest with you, I am one of those people at this stage in my life. I support monogamy. I support being abstinent until you get with the right person. As a God-fearing person, you're supposed to wait till you get married. Most of us don't do that. But as a God-fearing man, I'm not going to promote something that is contrary to what the Bible says. I'm not going to do that. So the best way to do it is God's way. It's the safest way. It really is. That's just a fact. And black people, we have the highest STD rate in the nation. Okay? We don't handle sin very well. We don't. Every time we do stuff that we ain't supposed to be doing, it tends to hurt us the most. Because we're supposed to know better. But I digress. Let me continue. So you take a guy like NBA Youngboy, for example. I think he's like 24, 25 years old. He's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Very popular rapper for the Gen Z generation. I think he has like 10 kids by 10 baby moms, something crazy like that. Maybe 9, but it's just amazing to me that some of these guys are out here putting all these babies in all these different women. And of course, he's not using protection because you have to have raw sex to make a baby. Everybody knows that. So NBA Youngboy, in one of his songs, I forgot the name of the song, but he literally said, "Herpes in my blood," and it got me crying. And the mother of one of his older children, I think her name is Janaya, something like that, she admitted it as well, that whatever is in his blood is in her blood.
Okay, y'all, so check this out. So Youngboy Never Broke Again confessed he has herpes on his new song, Can't Be Saved. And as it turns out, so does his girlfriend.
Herpes in my blood and that shit got me crying. I really got feelings, you see what outside.
Soon after the song's release, his girlfriend Jania hopped on her Instagram live and admitted she has the STD too.
The same thing that's in his blood is the same thing that's in my blood.
Jania said fans should take his confession as a way to let everyone know he doesn't care what people think about him. The move was also done so no one can use the fact he has herpes against him. As a lot of you know, NBA and Jania have been in the spotlight for domestic violence issues arising after a hotel surveillance camera footage showed him dragging her in the hallway.
Okay, now shout out to Hip Hop DX. I think that's the name of the site. That's where I got that clip from. But yeah, and the song has been out. It's called Can't Be Saved. I just couldn't think of the name of the song. Now that woman, Jania, I forgot her last name, but Jania, whatever her last name is, she is one of NBA Youngboy's baby moms. Very attractive woman. I mean, she's clearly got the IG thigh look going on, and she's had body work. Her breasts are just too round. I'm pretty sure that photo is also photoshopped. I'm not really a Photoshop expert or nothing, but it just looks so unrealistic for her to look like that in real life, especially after she done had a kid. But anyway, she said whatever's in his blood is in her blood, meaning she confirmed that it's true. He don't care, she don't care. And what's amazing to me is you got men that'll go get with these chicks just because they look good or got a certain body type, and then they'll wife them up and put more babies in them. Like the girl I told y'all about in the previous clip that told me she had the herpes back in the day. I fell back from her because of that, and then a couple years later I go on her Facebook and she pregnant. So some dude, he either got it too or he didn't care that she had it. And some people are like, oh well, you can't get it if the person ain't having no outbreak, which is not true. If it's in your body, you can still spread it no matter what. This basketball player by the name of DeJounte Murray, as you can see on your screen, that's her new boo. I don't know if they got married. I think they did actually get married, but he has children with her as well, NBA Youngboy's baby mom. I guess NBA Youngboy didn't want to settle down. I mean, he's a young rapper, He out here smashing everything that he can, skeeting in everything he can, giving the herpes to every woman that gives it to him raw, because if you having babies, you having raw sex. That's just what it is. So all these women are lining up to get the herpes, or maybe all of them already got it. I don't know. But I believe that it's a lot of women that just don't care because it's not a death sentence. The herpes ain't a death sentence. So a lot of these women are just like, man, as long as I take my medication, who cares? If he don't work out with me, I'm finna get paid. So basically some of these women are taking paychecks to get the herpes and to get a baby with NBA Youngboy and other celebrities in the game. We know about Usher and his accuser saying that he gave it to 2 different women and a man. So yeah, I think we all know about this story that happened years ago with Usher, you know, and a lot of people believe Diddy gave it to him. I wouldn't be surprised if it's true. I mean, I know Diddy popped him in his booty. We all know that. You know, the video that he was talking about waking up wrestling over cornflakes. And shame on Usher's mother for putting Usher in that type of situation. Usher was, I think, 13 or 14 years old when she sent him to be with Diddy. And I don't know what role Usher's father played in his life. I don't know if his father is deceased, still living. But that's the situation that these young people find themselves in when there's no masculine presence around. The mother doesn't always make the best decision. And unfortunately, he got turned out by Diddy. So he hits men and women. Usher, he go both ways. But there's no such thing as a bisexual man. You either gay or straight. And it's dangerous because we know the lifestyle of homosexuality in men, what it can do. And I'm trying to talk in code because y'all know how YouTube is. But y'all see what this statistic says on the screen. It literally says that 1 in 2 black gay men will be diagnosed with H to the I to the V. And we all know why. We know that demographic is the most prone to get that infection. And you have a segment of black women, unfortunately, and some white women do it too, but it's an epidemic amongst black women that are knowingly sleeping with gay black men. Knowingly doing it. And I'm going to do a video about that because I'm tired of this myth about there being some down low. The down low is dead. Y'all love gay men. Some of y'all best friends is a gay man. But I don't want to go off topic too far. I'm going to wrap the video up real soon, but I got one more clip to play about this whole herpes epidemic and how just reckless that this current generation is being with it. Just telling the whole world about it. And it's good that people know your status because it'll cause some people to stay away. But, you know, the epidemic of making adult videos, that's a problem too. Because everybody can make, you know, porn videos now because everybody got smartphones and they got so many websites where you can just upload content for free versus back in the day where you actually had to get in the industry. You don't have to get in the industry no more. You are the industry now.
I'm just gonna say, yes, he gave it to me. It's devastating to have to come on here and share that whenever I was 19 years old, Gucci third leg burned me with HSV2. And he told me that he was gonna send me his test results, and he never did. And it saddens me to hear that he's done this to so many girls. And there's girls with so many similar stories to me, and they're so young as well. He is preying on the young, he is preying on the new. And I'm so sorry for not saying this 7 months ago. I was scared, and I was making so much money. I can't keep beating around the bush because you guys think I'm lying. And he can't ruin anybody else's life. I didn't know what he was known for. I didn't know who he was. I didn't do my research. And it is my fault.
So, yeah, that was Dania Davis. She's an OnlyFans star. She has intercourse on camera for money. She just said in her little confessional how she was making so much money. So you sold your soul and the hole between your legs for some cash, and look at what it did to you. Now you got the herpes. And she says that she slept with at least 14 different men after she slept with Gucci the third leg, and I'm going to show you what he looked like in a minute. But she's a very attractive woman. I mean, it's unfortunate that she's a whore. Real booty, real face. I mean, she might have makeup on some of her picture. She's a little chunky, but she's young, so she can get away with it. And just based on her looks and her body, I like her body. I like curvy women. I like her look. I like how she looks, but she's a whore. You know, she sells her body. She's a prostitute. She's an OnlyFans adult filmmaker. So she's disqualified for any real man. A lot of men would sleep with her just off of how she looks, but now the whole world knows she has the herpes. And apparently this guy Gucci the Third Leg, I guess that's his, adult film name, he say he done slept with over 3,000 women. I don't know if that's an exaggerated number, but that's who the guy is that supposedly gave it to her. It's just unfortunate that this is the world we live in. It's like everything wrong is now right and everything right is now wrong. And now, being a degenerate, living a degenerate lifestyle is more easier now than ever. You can literally become an adult film star from your phone. It's so easy to get, sucked up into the world of darkness now compared to how it used to be. Like the industry was a lot more gatekeeping going on back. It ain't gatekeep no more. It's wide open now. It's like the road to destruction is wider than ever before.
Was like 3,100, but I was really I didn't feel too bad about it because my ex chick Dominant Body had like 2,000 or whatever. But so it was like when I was dealing with my chick, she couldn't really be like, oh, your body counts too much, because her body count like 2,000, my body count like 3,000. So it's like, damn, like I ain't feel too bad about it, honestly.
The negative.
So as you see, if it says negative, of course that means you do not have it.
What are you positive for? What is that?
Can you read that?
It says you're positive for HSV1.
Yes.
So what is that? Can you explain what that means?
So positive for HSV1 means you do not have herpes. It means you have had probably like a cool sore, more so stuff like that. And this is very common in the whole world.
Right.
2 out of 3 people in the world have HSV1.
Let me just look it up so I can.
Most adult stars, they do not test for HSV1 in most tennis shoes. Guess what?
Right. Yeah, it says, I'll just read the statistic. It says globally an estimated 64% of the people under 50 have HSV1, which is the main cause of oral herpes.
This is real life, man. 3,000 bodies for him. He say some chick had over 2. Can you imagine as a man? Man, look, bro. Ain't no real man going for that. Ain't no real man going for that at all. Ain't no real man going for no woman that's done slept with dudes on camera. I don't care if you only did it 2 or 3 times. If you got an OnlyFans account, only a simp is going to take you seriously. Only a simp, a man who desperate or who ain't got no game, who ain't got no self, ain't no self-respecting male finna go for that. Period. So all this little Instagram, IG pages and thotting it up for the bad Dubai and sleeping. And then another thing about the industry, I don't understand. All these industry cats sleep with the same women. Like, bro, why y'all want to pass women back and forth? Like, do y'all know how many beautiful women I see that's just everyday regular women that work at grocery stores, that work at a gas station? Like, I see women every day around my city that look just as good, if not better, than some of these IG thoughts without the makeup, without the BBL, without the fake tatas and all that. And y'all Negroes want to pass around whores that's been ran through. Like, you know that this is such and such baby mom. You know that she got a baby with this dude or that dude, but you want to go up in her raw and put a baby in her as well. It's weird, man. I guess Holly weird, and that industry just weird. Like, that's why they call it Holly weird. So the moral of the story is sex feels good. It was designed to feel good. God made it feel good for a purpose. But it's been so perverted and so abused and so just turned upside down. Now you're starting to see the consequences of what happens when you misuse something in such a grotesque way. It was never meant for a woman to sell her body to dozens of men or hundreds of men. It was never designed for a man to be on camera selling his body either. It wasn't designed for us to sleep around with all these different people. Like I said, I didn't live my life when I was young. I did some things I'm not proud of. I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm just giving you the truth. So, more herpes, more STDs, people selling their body on OnlyFans and IG models starting it up in Dubai for thousands of dollars, getting doo-dooed on and peed on and screwing animals and all kind of weird stuff. It's just a weird society we live in now, and I don't really want no parts of it. So all the young brothers, all the young sisters, man, it's better just to stay in the house. Because you see what happens when you go outside. It's safer inside the house, straight up. But I ain't going to say too much more. I got one more clip y'all can watch. This another female making her little herpes confessional. And that's going to be it, bro. Y'all stay safe out there. You ain't missing nothing by being in the house. I promise you. You ain't missing nothing.
Okay, so one of the most heartbreaking things that I see with those of us who get herpes is that people will just like completely take themselves out of the dating world. Two things actually. Removing yourself from the dating scene, and the other one is just like deciding that you're gonna settle for anyone who accepts your herpes status. I want you to think about like if you had herpes orally, which I know people who have it orally can struggle in their own ways. And literally most humans have that, whether they get cold sores or not. Like I probably have it too. But when you have it orally, you wouldn't think about the fact that like you can never make out with someone again, you can never date someone again, no one's gonna accept you, and you have to settle. And that's because we don't stigmatize it the same way or even understand it the same way, but we are just as much at risk of getting it genitally from people who have it orally, unless you don't engage in oral. But like, you have to remember that with herpes, you are not contagious most of the time. And I know that we think about and fear the whole viral shedding thing, but we only shed an estimated 5 to 20% of the year. And that varies from person to person. It depends on how often you get flare-ups and just your specific immune system. And shedding is the one that's hard to get our head around because like we can't really control it and we don't necessarily know when we're shedding. That's why we disclose to partners, because at any point in time, there could be a small risk, but that 80 to 95% of the time, you're not contagious and you're not shedding. So the chances that someone is going to get herpes from you, even if you're not taking any precautions, is still pretty low. Most people are getting and transmitting herpes not knowing that they have it and not recognizing their symptoms when they get them because they can be so mild. You as a person who's aware of your status can do so much to protect your partner that someone who's unaware can't. Like avoiding activity when you feel a flare.
Okay, that's enough of her rambling. Just real quick. If you don't have the herpes and don't want them, don't listen to this woman. If it's in your body, if you have been infected with it, you can still spread it. Yes, people with the herpes, they are not always shedding or having outbreaks. That's true. Because you don't always see no cold sore on their mouth, or they may not always have no blisters or anything protruding in their genital area. Just because you're not having an outbreak, sweetheart, it does not mean that you can't transmit the virus. The best way to not get it is to get with somebody who don't have it. You don't have it, she don't have it, or vice versa. Y'all be monogamous, be loyal to each other, and don't go outside of your relationship with a person that's not infected. And that's how you stay not infected. If you got it in your blood, you can pass it along at any time if you have raw sex. End the story. Y'all like the video, subscribe.